really like when you give a different perspective, and I see where you're coming from. I think when I look as a foreigner, there's a character which like Krishna, which on one side it looks so fascinating, like so full of wisdom, But on the other side, there's also this side where during the war it took a little bit of a gray decisions. So I see him a bit of contradiction,
right.
And I would like to ask, like, how do you personally see this contradiction?
See, Krishna is related to both Kauravas and Pandavas.
Yeah.
He's a cousin of the Pandavas.
Exactly.
And obviously he's on the side of the Pandavas. First, we should know that. He's on the side of the Pandavas, one, because they're righteous. But he doesn't take their side. Arjun chooses him. Okay. How does it play out? Of course, the Pandavas have to go through 13 years of exile.
Yeah.
Right? At the end of the exile, negotiations begin. Because even after the Pandavas going through the exile, Duryodhan refuses to hand back their kingdom to them, which was the clause. It was said that you do 13 years of exile, you come back, we give you your Indraprastha back. But Duryodhan never intended to. So he doesn't want to. But still the negotiations are going on. So at that time, of course, his sympathy is with the Pandavas because he knows they are on the right side. They have never done any harm to Duryodhan or anybody else. And even the way they rule their kingdom, very righteous. However, you don't go because it's not your fight, right? You don't go where you're not invited. Hence, both the Kauravas and Pandavas are out getting friends. You don't assume support. You have to ask for it. So with Krishna, it so happens that both of them, Duryodhan and Arjun, they go to Krishna to seek support. And as things turn out, both of them reach at the same time. So when Krishna is sleeping, and Duryodhan enters his chambers, sees him sleeping, and he sits by his pillow. Arjun enters. He sees Krishna sleeping, and both of them just keep quiet. Duryodhan and Arjun keep quiet, and Arjun sits by his feet. When Krishna wakes up, he sees Arjun first, and then he sees Duryodhan, and he's like, yeah, tell me, what brings you here? So they say that we want you on our side in the war that is going to happen. Krishna says, you both related to me, so I have to help. And both of you have now asked for my help at the same time, right? So I have to help both of you. If somebody had already asked and he had committed to, then the other person wouldn't get anything. But here, both of them have come at the same time. So I have to help both of you. On one side is my army. Okay, that Narayani Sena, it is called. One Akshahuni Sena was about 2.6 lakh people. Okay. So he says on one side you have this Sena, on the other side it's me. So either you choose the Sena or you choose me. Also, I will not fight the war. I will not pick up weapons in the war.
Okay.
So tell me what you want to choose. And he says Arjun is the younger one. So I give Arjun the chance first. And I saw him first. And Duryodhan is like, oh my God, what is he going to choose, right? And Arjun doesn't even take a second. He's like, Krishna, I choose you. Krishna is like, oh, are you sure? He's like, yeah, I choose you. So Duryodhan will behave like, oh, okay, fine, I don't get you, but I'll be happy with the Sena. And then he goes out and he's taking a sigh of relief that, thank God, what a fool is he, right? One Krishna, what would I do with him? He's not even going to fight. So he is very happy that he got a good deal because that's the deal he wanted, right? And Arjun made it easier for him because to ask that would be difficult. Arjun made the bad choice according to him at that point. What I'm trying to say is that Krishna was on the side of the Pandavas because they chose him. Not because he is a god and he just decided to be on their side. Right? Even God just doesn't come on your side unless you seek him.